Namo Doi Savariyantanam, Namo Doi Savaridanam, Namo Doi Savayiriyanam, Namo Doi Savajayanam, Namo Doi Savatrikavati Savanam, Omkaramindu Sanyukta Nityam Jayanti Yogina, Kamadam Okshadam Jai Omkaraya Namo Namo, Manganam Bhagavanayo Manganam Uttamam, Mangalam Kunkundari Ujendra Mosu Mangalam Namasunari Swanubhutya Jatasti Tik Swadhay Bhavaya Vivaho Niyusanidata.
Om Namo Loye Sarvatrikalavarti Aryantanam. Om Namo Loye Sarvatrikalavarti Siddhanam. Om Namo Loye Sarvatrikalavarti Haryanam. Om Namo Loye Sarvatrikalavarti Vajjayanam. Om Namo Loye Sarvatrikalavarti Savanam. Eso Panchanamukaro Sarvapava Panasano Manglalancha Savesing Padamam Mangalam. Omkaram Bindu Sanyuktam Nityam Dhyayanti Yoginam Kamadam Mokshadam Shiva Omkaraya Namo 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 Samaysaraya Svano Bhutya Chakasate Chitsabhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantarachide Agnanatimir Anjanam Jnana Anjana Salakaya Chaksuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Tirthankaro Jagatana Jayavanta Varto Omkarnad Jinano Jayavanta Varto Jinana Samo Sarana Sau Jayavanta Varto Netirthachara Jagama Jayavanta Varto Namo Tirthanayakane Namo Omkarnadane Omkara Sangaryotene Namo Te Sri Kunda Kundane Aho Upakara Jinavarano Kundano Dvani Divyano Jina Kunda Dvani Apya Aho Te Guru Kanano Aho Te Bhagavati Matano Dhruva Achalane Anupamagati Pamela Sarve Siddhane Pandi Kaho Sutta Kevali Bhasita Asamaya Prabhrata Are Om Eka Suddha Sada Arupi Jnana Darshanamaya Khare Kai Anyate Maharu Jari Paramanu Matra Nathi Are Jamanetra Te Majnana Nathi Karaka Nathi Vedaka Are Jane Jakara Mohodaya Nirajara Bandate Majamokshane Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Shri Shuddhatmane Namaha. Jai Jayendra. Today is February 3rd, 2016, and we are continuing our discussion on Samaysar, Stanza 6, Revision, Part 2. Last week we talked about Part 1, and now we are going to take Part 2, and most likely we'll finish that one today. So let me bring the slides. Okay. I have to share this screen. Share the screen. Share the screen. Okay, this stanza number 6. Nathi apramat ke pramat nathi je ek gyayak bhav che e rita suddha kathayane je gnat te to tej che. You see, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 4 parts to this stanza. We'll see the next stanza, next slide. That will give us a better idea. Okay. These 4 things are the main thing that we have to learn in this 6th stanza that we have talked at a great length. The second bullet says, eternal soul substance is 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, neither attentive nor non-attentive, means nathi apramat ke pramat nathi. Number 1. Second thing, je ek gnayak bhav che, it's an eternal soul substance. That's number 2. Number 3 is erita suddha kathai. Therefore, it is ever pure. So these 3 things, 1, 2, and 3 are the part of first paragraph of explanation, showing the nature of the dhya, means subject of meditation. What do I look into the heart, into the soul. What should I concentrate on it? So this 1, 2, and 3 says exactly what you should concentrate. Means neither attentive or non-attentive. Means the spiritual development stages 1 to 6 is non-attentive, and 7 to 14 is attentive. And those non-attentive or attentive phases are the phases from the modal perspective. So I need to take them as a secondary. Once I make those modes as secondary, then what else remains? The eternal pure substance remains, and that substance is always pure. So what is a pure substance? The one which is devoid of any modal perspective. Modes are there. Attentiveness is there. Non-attentive phase is there, but they are made secondary in nature. So our attention goes to eternal pure self. So that's the first paragraph, these three things. What we are going to talk today, Ignata Teto Tejache, one which ends up knowing is the all-knower soul substance by itself. Means, number 4 here, that is the part of second paragraph showing nature of Gnay, means nature of all-knower's object. When we are saying in the first paragraph, we are saying that you have to have attention drawn to all-knower soul substance. What is the nature of that all-knower soul substance? That is the second. And that part we'll be talking. First part we talked last time. So now I think I'm going to go quite a few slides, and then we'll come to first paragraph is done. So second paragraph we start now. So second paragraph says Gnay Swarup. Gnay means the knowable. Knowable. What is knowable? Is this phone knowable? No, it's an alien object. Is this pen knowable? No, it's an alien object. What is a knowable thing for me? My eternal soul, eternal pure nature of soul. That's the one to be knowable. So what it says here, first it gives example in this paragraph. It gives example of fire. Fire is known to have property of combustion. Means fire burns the object which has a capacity to get burned. So fire burns them. Now when fire is burning, fire takes the shape of a substance that can be burned. If this phone is getting burned, then fire will take the shape of the phone. If the pen is burning, fire will take the shape of a pen. If wood is burning, fire takes the shape of a wood. When fire burns wood, then it takes shape of that particular substance. Now it says, but the shape of the fire did not occur just because it was burning wood or dung cake. Wood is getting burned. Actually, it's the shape of the fire only. Over here is a picture. Fire has taken the shape of the wood over here. Cylindrical shape. But what Kunkun Swami says, and what Amritchandracharya tries to explain to us, that this thing that we are seeing, this fire having the shape of the wood that we are seeing, that shape did not occur because of wood, but it did occur because of fire itself. This is kind of very difficult to digest for a lay person who does not have spiritual background. Here, wood is by itself, fire is by itself, fire shape occurred just like the wood, but fire shape of the fire occurred because of fire itself. That's what it tries to tell us. Having understood that example, now Acharya Bhagavan takes us to the real thing. What it says? Fire does not have dependency on the object that is burning, that it is burning. Whatever, fire could be, the house could be burning, car could be burning, phone could be burning, anything could be burning. Fire does not have dependency of that object that it is burning, number one. Second thing it says, fire has its own shape while burning this object. If the wood is getting burned, then fire takes that shape. If the house is getting burned, fire takes that shape. If the phone or the car, if the pen, anything burning, fire takes that shape. But this fire does not have impurity, means dependency of taking shape of the substance it is burning. Agni ne dahya krut asuddhata nathi. Means the shape appears to be exactly like wood. Shape of the fire appears to be exactly like the burning house. But author says that the house is different and fire is different, and shape of the fire according to the house, according to the wood, according to a piece of paper, everything occurs because of fire itself. And then fire has independently taken its own shape. This is an extremely great example Acharya Bhagwan gives, and that example we'll be able to now digest, to put it into the soul and see what Acharya Bhagwan really want to convey by these things. So now, in the same pictures that we have seen before, from different perspective, we'll be seeing this picture. This is the object, Jne. The object means this object of knowledge. Jne એટલે કે જ્ઞાનમાં જણાવી શકાય એવો પદાર્થ. કયો પદાર્થ છે કે જે જ્ઞાનમાં ન જણાય? કેવલી ભગવાનને સમસ્ત વિશ્વ, past, present, future જાણી શકાય છે. Me and you, we have the limited knowledge. Because of the limited knowledge, we only see certain things. If I don't have my glasses on, some of the things will appear to be hazy for me. If I'm driving without my glasses, signs will appear to be hazy on the road. So I can see only certain objects because of my limitation of the knowledge, capacity of knowledge within me, right? I mean, capacity is there, but the presence of active knowledge is limited, and that's why I see limited thing. If I'm the nuclear physicist, I know nuclear physics only. If I'm the ophthalmologist, I know about the eye only. If I'm a cardiologist, I know the heart only. And if I'm the housewife, I know everything in the kitchen. So everybody has their own limitation of knowledge. So this object of knowledge means Jne, and this is the mirror. Always mirror represents knowledge mode. Knowledge mode is equal to mirror. So what happens? Knowledge mode is a mirror, and this object gets illuminated in the mirror. So what do we say? We say that illumination of the object in the mode, that means is called Gneyaka. But that means if this illumination is due to the object, this is the object of knowledge, it gets illuminated here. And so if we believe that this object is represented in this mirror because object being present, that's why it got illuminated. If I'm not in front of the mirror, there won't be my reflection in the mirror. If there is no peacock, there is no peacock reflection in the mirror. So if this illumination is due to the object of knowledge, then there is impurity in the knowledge mode due to presence of an object. This knowledge mode, this mirror showing the presence of the picture of mirror is because of object, means this picture is dependent on the object. What's wrong in that assumption? That's what I see every day. Well, there is a classical example given in the scripture that it says light, senses, and object. Three things are present and I can see an object in my knowledge mode. Once again, light, presence of light, object, and my senses. Three things are to be present to know a given object. Now, Acharya Bhagwan says, we'll make sure that we'll refute this theory. Okay, how? If there's no light, can I see anything? If there is no light, what can I see? I can't see anything, right? Chirag, can I see anything? If there is...
No, you cannot see anything if there's no light.
I cannot see anything, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else wants to add anything?
But it's still there. So the knowledge mode knows that it's there.
Okay.
If you're pure, it knows it's there.
Okay. Let's say it's a pitch dark room. Do I see anything? Yes, no?
No.
Remember, if there's pitch darkness and I'm been put there, I'm in... Hello?
You see the darkness.
You see the darkness, right? You are right, Gitaben. At least you see the darkness there, right? You may not see the object, but you see the darkness, right?
Yes.
So light is required to know an object. Well, I wanted to see whether it's light or dark, and it's dark, and I perceive darkness. Okay, so that refutes that one theory about light. But okay, let's continue the same thing right now. That okay, if I need to have light to know a given object in a room, yes, I need it. Next thing, I need to have an object. If I don't have peacock here, I won't be able to reflect the peacock in my mirror, in my knowledge mode. So no object is required. And third thing is senses. If I'm blind, I can't see anything. If I'm deaf, I can't hear anything. If I'm mute, I can't speak anything. So all these five senses are required to gather the knowledge. Okay. So now Acharya Bhagwan says, all right, now I'm going to give you one example that you are extremely tired today after heavy days of work, and you come home. Now you took dinner and everything, you are relaxed, and now you want to go to sleep. So what did you do? You went to your bedroom, you shut the lights off, means there is no light right now. On top of it, you shut your eyes, so your senses are not working. And because there is darkness, because my eyes are closed, and I'm in deep sleep, all my senses are kind of resting, and there's no object because I'm sleeping right now. Now I witness a dream. I see a colorful city. I'm a prince. I'm getting coronated as a king today. I have a fantastic soft clothes that I'm wearing. I'm feeling that one. The fragrance of flowers and perfume is going on. I'm also getting food. Sweet foods are there. And dancers are dancing, musicians are playing music. I hear them, I see them, I smell them, I taste them, I feel it. All my senses in this dream are working, and I really, really perceive all those things. Light is not there, senses are not there, object is not there. How did I know all the things? Because my soul has a capacity to know. Number one. Second thing, Siddha Bhagwan has no senses and no physical body. And Siddha Bhagwan can perceive in a given moment all the three worlds, upper, middle, and lower world, past, present, and future of all the universal substances at a given moment. How can he witness all the things? Because of his purification of knowledge. So knowledge is important. Knowledge is important. So this knowledge does all these things because of its own, and at that time, object is simply instrumental cause. So if I say object has to be present, then this slide shows yes, object has to be present. But when we go to the next slide, before we go to the next slide, this dog is chewing the bone, and the sharpness of the bone is hurting the palate, so the blood comes out, and dog is tasting the blood. Blood comes out, he tastes his own blood. What does he believe? He believes that taste is coming from the bone. Taste is coming from an outside object. Actually, he's experiencing, he's tasting his own blood. Similarly, here now, the conventional point of view, let's bypass this slide. Now, Gnanakar we are going to see. Gnanakar means soul substance has knowledge attribute and has knowledge mode in the form of that mirror, famous mirror that we have it. And this mirror has a shape of knowledge mode occurring by itself. What is that one? This knowledge mode created shape of an object by itself. Until now here, if we see it, we have soul, substance, we have the attributes, and we have the modes. All those three things are together. Soul, substance, and attribute and mode, they are one unit. And so this mode right now decided that I would like to have illumination of a peacock. So it did by itself. And while it was doing it, on other side of the fence, there is a peacock present in the form of instrumental cause only. Remember instrumental cause, we said we make the definition of instrumental cause. Nimit. What's the definition of nimit we made? When an act is getting done principally in a given thing, then associated favorable situation or substance present, it's called instrumental cause. This peacock is simply present as an instrumental cause. Sorry. And these guys, sorry, let's keep on losing that one. These guys created their own thing. These guys created their own situation by themselves. Soul, attribute, and mode. As a one unit, they decided to make a picture illumination of a peacock. And at that time, on the other side, the peacock is present as an instrumental cause. So this is the way a given reaction occurs. While we are on this, yeah, question?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to there's this motto that I think is good. Gnay ma gnan nathi, gnay nu gnan nathi, gnan ma gnan che, gnan nu gnan che. And that helps me memorize this idea.
And that's a slide coming. You studied the slide, I think, because it's coming there later on,
Okay.
So what it is, you are right. This is the Gnan. This is Gnay. This is an object of knowledge. This is the knowledge by itself, knowledge mode. So this object is not present here. This shape of knowledge does not go out. This remains here. This remains here. That's what Chirag, you said that 4 points, So those are the things that we have to understand. Now, instead of peacock, I'm just going to take quickly other one. It is called rag, inclination of attachment. Remember 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 classes back, we took we had one picture in which I need to find it out. So we could, I think you all remember. The objects are my car, my house, my family is alien object. My body is an alien object. My material karma are alien object. And at that time, we also said my inclination of attachment, rag, is also alien object. How come rag is alien object? We took that example of that abscess on my hand. I have an abscess on my hand. It did occur in me, myself. But I go to the doctor and say, take it out, take it out, take it, because it just shows that this is unhealthy situation. I want to be healthy. I want to take that thing out. Even though it's within me, I want to take it out. Rag, inclination of attachment, occurs within me, but I need to take it out. Why it is got produced? Why inclination of attachment got produced? There is a pen over here. Yes.
Because you paid attention to par.
Yeah.
So rag has gnay, krut, ashuddhata because it puts laksh. Because it arises from when you do laksh on par, right?
No, itself is a par. Itself is a par. For example, this is the pen. It's a red color pen. It's very light and I like it. I like it. When I say that, I like it, means this object is present and I drew my attention to it, and that's why I liked it. So rag came because of an object being present. This is my old phone. I don't like it. And I'm due for a new phone also, by the way. So I don't like it. I'm looking at the phone, cell phone, and I don't like it. If the cell phone is not there, if the pen is not there, I don't have likes or dislike regarding the pen or cell phone at this point. So inclination of attachment or rag occurs when I draw my attention to the alien object. If I draw the attention to the alien object, that's why the rag occurs. That's why rag is called par. Rag is called alien object. So now, instead of for peacock, now I put the alien object over here, which is an inclination of attachment. I put inclination of attachment. Okay. Now what will happen? This being the object of knowledge, which is rag, then rag gets reflected in my knowledge mode. Rag gets illuminated in my knowledge mode. Even though this rag is occurring within me, but it is occurring when I drew my attention to the alien object. That's why it's called alien object. And as a result, this rag gets illuminated in my knowledge mode. And what does my soul and what this unit ends up knowing? this unit of soul's family ends up knowing that there is a rag got illuminated in the knowledge mode. So soul ends up perceiving the rag which is reflected here, not actual rag. Rag is over here. Inclination of attachment is over here. Its reflection is perceived. So rag is an alien object, and night get perceived over here. So this slide, if we can digest, then remember all this thing we are talking by keeping my soul substance as a one unit. And so activity happens within me is a illumination of the inclination of attachment, illumination of the rag. Ragno pratibimb, ragno pratibhas. એ મને જાણવામાં આવે છે, રાગ જાણવામાં નથી આવતો. I don't know I don't perceive the rag, but I perceive the illumination of rag within my knowledge mode. This is very fine point, because remember, rag is within me. Yeah, but it's within me, but it's an alien object. So my knowledge mode has illumination of that inclination of attachment within the mode, and that's what I perceive. So whole exercise of this slide is for us to get a proper understanding of what that rag is. Remember, rag can be seen two ways. This is one way we saw that in my knowledge mode, in my soul's property, in my soul with the knowledge attribute in knowledge mode, the reflection of the object, alien object is there. Reflection of this rag is there. So I'm not rag, I'm the pure thing. I'm the pure thing, I'm not rag. For example, let's say that we are Siddha Bhagwan right now. What do Siddha Bhagwan perceive? He perceives the whole universe, past, present, and future. Whole universe gets illuminated in the knowledge mode of the Siddha Bhagwan. So Siddha Bhagwan's his sphere of action remains intact within its own boundary of a soul substance. He perceives only illumination. He doesn't touch those objects. Same way, I don't touch those rag. Even though rag occurs within me, my knowledge mode does not touch that one. So this is, we are talking, keeping the soul unit as a complete. And even rag, we just say it's not mine. We also have to keep in our mind other parts understood properly also. That even though these reactions are occurring within me and alien object is away from me, but I see the alien object, I see a beautiful peacock, and I start taking pictures and pictures and pictures. I just become very happy. I just say, let me take a little video. I'll show it to my grandkids and I just show it to them. I become very happy. So when the alien object is there, I get involved with that also in my mithyatva gunsthana, in my first spiritual development stage. I get involved with those alien objects. So that's why rag is mine, rag is mine, rag is mine. So same way here, this dog says he's tasting his own blood, but what he believes that the taste of the blood is coming from this bone. Even though as a pure soul, I taste my own knowledge mode, but I believe that this rag is mine. I'm tasting rag. I'm experiencing inclination of attachment. So this is that dog's picture will tell us that no, whatever I'm perceiving is my own self I'm perceiving. I'm perceiving my true nature perceiving. It's a reflection I'm perceiving, illumination I'm perceiving. This simply remains an object. So having said that, we can go to the next slide. And over here, what is happening here? Okay, over here, what happened to this slide here? 1 second, hold it. Okay, all right. So now, knowledge mode creates the shape of an alien object within, as the mirror created shape of peacock within. So knowledge mode creates the shape of an alien object. Now, when the shape of the alien object is created in the knowledge mode, then it declares the presence of all knower soul substance. How? Because what happens? When the illumination occurs in the knowledge mode, remember, as we said that I am, this is one full unit. One unit by itself. When there is one unit by itself, so the soul substance is inert, attributes are inert, mode is only the one which shows action, and so substance, attribute and modes, only mode is active, and this knowledge mode's activity created shape of an object within. So this one becomes one whole unit itself. So when I see a peacock here, that means I have to say that's my knowledge mode. Peacock picture got illuminated in my knowledge mode. This knowledge mode comes from knowledge attribute, and this knowledge attribute is part of the soul substance. So each time I see an object, that means I'm manifesting the presence of my eternal soul substance. That is very, very important to understand. Each time, so if just look at me, look at the things right now. We all are in front of TV screen. TV screen gets illuminated in my knowledge mode, which is part of the knowledge attribute and part of the soul substance. So this is one unit. So each time I illuminate anything in my knowledge mode, I publicize my eternal true soul substance. So that's very important. That's what that second bullet is saying. So this declares, this just shows the presence of all knower soul substance. Then the shape happened due to the self only and not due to presence of an object. For example, I'm closing my eye. I'm not doing anything right now. There is nothing in front of me. Now I start thinking, wow, last weekend was my temple's annual celebration, 7th year annual celebration. 200 to 250 people, which is lots of people for us. They showed up in temple. And now I'm visualizing. They are doing abhishek, they are doing dancing, kids are running around and all the things. So alien object is not there, but still I can perceive about it. So shape happens due to myself only, not because of presence of an object. The activity already finished over the weekend. I can visualize that one because of my knowledge mode's capacity. Then an alien object is simply present as an instrumental cause, does not partake anything in the reaction. It's simply inert way present. Again, we have to have this definition by heart in our mind about this nimit, means instrumental cause. action getting done in the principal cause, and at that time associated inert substances present is called instrumental cause. ઉપાદાનથી ઉપાદાનમાં કાર્ય થાય ત્યારે અનુકૂળ પરિસ્થિતિ વ્યક્તિનું હાજર રહેવું તેને નિમિત્ત કહેવાય. This definition has to be extremely clear in our mind. So that means my shape happened due to myself only, not due to presence of an object. An object was simply instrumental cause. Therefore, there is no impurity of alien object present in the shape of the knowledge mode. Yes.
Kirit uncle, can you repeat the just in medium speed that definition for nimit one more time so I can write it down?
Okay. Gujarati definition first, and then we'll go.
Yes. Okay.
ઉપાદાનથી ઉપાદાનમાં કાર્ય થાય. ઉપાદાનથી ઉપાદાનમાં કાર્ય થાય ત્યારે અનુકૂળ પરિસ્થિતિ કે વ્યક્તિનું હાજર રહેવું તેનું નામ નિમિત્ત. કે જે કાર્યમાં ભાગ લેતું નથી. ઉપાદાનથી ઉપાદાનમાં કાર્ય થાય ત્યારે અનુકૂળ વસ્તુ કે વ્યક્તિની હાજરી એને નિમિત્ત કહેવાય, જે ઉપાદાનના કાર્યમાં કંઈ દખલ કરતું નથી. Instrumental cause is the one when principal action is occurring in a given substance, then associated favorable situation and or person's presence is known as instrumental cause. It doesn't partake, it doesn't do anything in the reaction of the principal substance. So that means knowing that when there is no impurity in the alien or impurity of alien object present in the shape of the knowledge mode. Knowledge mode occurred by itself. And so simply that nimit was present simply. Nimit did not do anything to the principal thing. Jnana karma jnaikrut ashuddhata nati. That's the same thing as what we wrote down over here in the previous bullet. There is indivisibility with all knower soul substance and its knowledge mode. My knowledge mode coming from my knowledge attribute, coming from me as a soul substance. So all those three are indivisible part of the reaction. They are simply one glob, one unit. We are trying to divide and try to understand that way. So this is a very, very, very important sentence. That's a whole crux of the second paragraph of this thing. Jannaro janai she. Kon janai she? Jannaro janai she. Means during knowing action, all knower soul substance get illuminated. During the knowing action, all knower soul substance get illuminated. How? Again, we'll quickly go through this slide again. When knowing action, when it's occurring, knowing here, this is occurring in the knowledge mode, coming from knowledge attribute, coming from soul substance. So when there is an action occurs in the knowledge mode, that means it publicizes presence of eternal soul substance. That's what it says in this last bullet. This one, I mean, this. So during knowing action, all knower soul substance get illuminated. How? We are going to go that one also, but this is very important. Jannaro janai she. This is the crux of the second paragraph. Who is getting known? The all knower soul substance getting to be known. That's it. Now, we'll just come. Impurities come due to association with the alien object that we know it. Each substance remains pure, we know that part. Only impurities persist in the mode only. Remember, impurities are in the mode. Soul substance did not become impure. Soul knowledge attribute did not become impure. Only impurity occurred in the mode when I put my attention to this pain, means I took my attention away from my eternal soul substance and I put my attention to the alien object. So this present mode, when I'm looking at the pain, that means impurity is perceived in that mode only, not into the soul substance. From substantial perspective, some substance is forever pure. Soul substance is always pure, whether I'm in the infernal life or subhuman life, or I'm in the lowest form of life, or I'm in the heavenly life. Wherever I am, my soul substance remains pure. From modal perspective, present impurity is seen. If I'm considering myself from substantial perspective, I'm pure. If I'm considering myself from modal perspective, then I have impurity in the form of human being right now. It could be next time will be hell. It could be heaven. It could be subhuman, or maybe it could be liberated soul, siddha. But my soul substance will remain pure. Mode will show the impurity. Okay. Now, so knowledge mode illumination, knowledge mode illuminating inclination of attachment. Remember I said that rag, even though it occurs within me, but rag occurred because it paid because I myself in my mode drew the attention to the rag, and that's why rag got illuminated in my inclination in my knowledge mode. How? From Gnanakar perspective, from mode's perspective, or from Gneyakar, from object's perspective. This, in the knowledge mode, right now, I am perceiving inclination of attachment, rag. Now, if I look from the rag perspective, then I am the rag. But when I'm looking from modal perspective, then only knowledge mode illuminated inclination of attachment. Furthermore, this Gnanakar from modes that we are talking over here, illumination of shape occurring in the knowledge mode by itself. Knowledge mode by itself decided to be, knowledge mode by itself decided to be in the form of illumination of the rag. So this illumination of the rag occurred because I paid attention there. But the illumination occurred, not actually rag. Rag is object. Its illumination occurred. That's called Gnanakar. But if I say that rag occurred and I am doing rag, I am doing anger, deceit, ego, greed. I'm angry, I'm egoistic, I'm deceitful, I'm possessive person, I have a greed. Means greed and me are one, anger and me are one, deceit and me are one. I made them both as one. And so that's from Gneyakar perspective. So now if we just go again, Gneyakar, from Gneyakar perspective, this illumination occurred because of presence of peacock, or because of presence of this rag. If rag is present here, rag got illuminated, and I just say that's why I'm ragi. I have the inclination of attachment within me. Means this one has that impurity in the knowledge mode due to presence of an object. Now, if you look from the other side, illumination of the, how does object gets illuminated? We are hitting this one again and again because it's very delicate point. Soul substance, knowledge attribute, and my knowledge mode, and knowledge mode has created shape of the knowledge mode according to its own capacity. And over here is an object being present. So this is the way illumination of an alien object occur within me. This guy remains simply as an instrumental cause, doesn't take part in reaction of at all. All this action occurred in the knowledge mode by itself only. Now Gnanaka, illumination of self. Remember, knowledge has a capacity. Knowledge has a capacity to know the self and to know the alien objects. Knowledge mode can know two things, self and alien object. And that's why it is called extraordinary capacity of this knowledge mode within me, which no other infinite attributes can have that perspective, that kind of capacity. Only knowledge mode can know self as well as alien object. So how does self get illuminated? So let's see. This is the this is my soul substance. These are my knowledge attribute. Same thing, knowledge mode, and shape of the knowledge mode, Gnanakara, occurring by myself as illumination of my native, my own eternal soul substance. So this is this. Yes.
This is Atmanubhav.
Yeah, this is Atmanubhav. Yes. No, not right now. Not right now. I mean, we are just doing the. We are just saying Swaprakashak, how does it occur? We are talking self-illumination, how it occurs. Atmanubhav will just come in within 5 minutes. So this is because remember, if I'm in a Nigod, lowest form of life, or I'm human being, or I'm anything, I'm any transmigratory soul, this kind of reaction keeps on occurring within me non-stop 24/7, every moment, every paryay. So my soul gets illuminated within me, and this is my self-illumination. At the same time, there is an object of knowledge, Gnay. And that Gnay also gets illuminated within me. So in my knowledge mode, Swa gets illuminated, Por gets illuminated, self gets illuminated, alien object gets illuminated. Now, Ankit, your situation comes. When you say, is this Atmanubhav? See, I have two things happening within my mode at a given point. Where do I want to put my attention? If I put attention to these alien objects, then I'm a transmigratory soul. If I put my attention drawn to this guy only and make this is secondary in nature, make this one as primary, then it's called self-experience. Did you get it? Remember, both the things are happening in my mode right now. I'm experiencing my soul constantly, continuously. And I'm also experiencing alien objects in my mode. Where do I put attention? And that's what the things are. This is only the thing I have to do. From here, I have to take attention away and put it over here. This is my Purusharth. This is what I have to do to get Samyak Darshan. Self-experience. Atma Anubhuti. So now there is a story. I think we went through the story before. I'm pretty sure. Child got hurt and he's bleeding. He has his scalp injury is there. He's bleeding. He's crying and thrashing and all the things. Brought to the doctor, and he doesn't sit quietly, so doctor cannot work. And he's screaming with the pain. So doctor says, call his mother. Mother has been called. Mother came, and mother started talking to the child in his own language, and started showing her affection, took his head in her lap and everything, and then started started showing all the delicate affection towards the child. And at that time, she also gave a lollipop to the child. Now child slowly stopped crying and now started talking to mother. And mother says, "Beta, what happened? How it happened? And this and that." So they're talking now. Now, 1 minute before, he's crying with the pain. You mean he doesn't have pain right now? He has a pain, but his attention is focused to mother right now. His attention is focused from here to here. That's all happened. Both the things were present, but his attention was focused on the mother, and that's why he doesn't perceive the pain. So similarly, I have the experiencing of my soul non-stop. But because I'm not paying attention to that, that's why I don't experience it. If I put the attention to that, then I made it. If you understand this concept, you understand 17th and 18th stanza of Samaysar. That's all it says over here like that. Anyway, when it comes, we'll have to repeat the same thing again. So remember, self gets illuminated and object also gets illuminated. It depends what I'm looking at it. If I'm looking at the object, then I'm transmigratory soul. If I'm looking at the self, then I have the right faith, samyak darshan, enlightenment, atma anubhuti, atma sakshatkar, whatever word you want to use it. Samkit, samyak darshan, everything. Okay, so having said that, now again with the same picture again and again and again. Now I'm doing only self-illumination. I'm doing only self-illumination. So what happens in this one? I made everything else secondary, all the objects secondary, alien object. So eternal souls. Now in this picture, what happens? Eternal soul substance is a doer. And what is its deed? Its deed is to eliminate the self. Eternal substance is doer, and the illumination of the eternal substance occurring in the mode is deed. So eternal substance is doer, mode showing the illumination is a deed. So doer, deed occurring in the same substance. That's all we have to understand. Whole second paragraph of the 6th stanza telling us that doer, deed relationship occurs in the same substance. Karta, karmanu, ekatvapanu, ekadravyamashe. Karta, karmanu, ananyapanu, ekatvapanu, ekasdravyama. Only one substance is having doer, deed relationship. Is Kathy there today? Okay, no, it's okay, no problem. So,
Kirit,
yeah.
in the previous slide, you showed Swapar Prakasha, and here you're showing Swaprakasha. Here's my question.
Yeah, it's a
Yes,
self-illumination, Swaprakasha.
I understand that. In the previous slide was Swapar Prakasha. In this slide was Swaprakasha. Here's my question.
And you raised very nice point. You know, yesterday I was talking to somebody and he explained very nicely to me. He says, you know what? If my job is to know the self and alien objects, if I have a true capacity to know, what is logically what comes first? Does the self comes first or the alien object comes first? So, self is very important. So, for us right now, at this point in transmigratory phase, in the first Gunsthanak, important thing, I have to put all my effort for my self-illumination. If I can master this one up, in slide it looks very easy, but if I can master this thing up, then I made it.
No, Kirit, that's not my question. That's not my question.
Okay.
Here's my question. In the previous slide, you showed Swapar Prakashak.
Yes.
In the current slide, you're showing Swaprakashak.
Yes.
In the previous slide, you explained that when you make the Paraprakashak secondary,
Yes.
and the Swaprakashak primary, that's Atmanubhav.
Barabar.
Okay. But in this slide, there is only Swaprakashak. I don't see any Paraprakashak.
Because we are, our subject of interest here is doer-did relation to prove that one. So we made Pat Prakashak secondary right now, and we just said, we don't want to consider you right now. Hold it, stay on the side. I want to prove that doer-did relationship occurs in the same substance. Pat Prakashak Panu is going on, it doesn't stop. Yes, it's there. But the knowledge mode, remember, this knowledge mode perceiving an object, it is in the mode which is coming from the soul. So soul substance and knowledge mode are one and one only, and that's why this is doer and this is did. We are trying to prove doer-did relationship over here. I'm already 2-3 minutes above, but it just give me 5-7 minutes, and we'll finish this one. So because this is really interesting thing going on right now. Does it answer your question? Because the interest over here, doer-did relation to be proven.
I understand.
Okay. Now, so what happens? Again, so when I know this guy in my mode, whom do I know? From where do I know? It is myself only. So doer is me and did is me. Of course, doer is a soul substance and did is my mode. But it means the same circumference within me only. So doer-did relationship occurs within me only. Now, so janar or janaiche means whenever I'm knowing, I'm perceiving myself only. That's what it's trying to say over here in this step. So during knowing action, all knower soul substance get illuminated. And I think probably this is what, there are so many things are coming, but probably, if you study those things at home, this is the crux of the things. Let's see. Let me quickly go through some slides that it becomes something else. Oh, yeah. Now, in that slide, we say doer-did relationship occurs in the same substance. Now, so over here, during experiencing phase, the knowledge mode knows the eternal soul substance. We saw in the previous slide. Mode is a deed. We saw that. Mode is a doing the function of knowing. Substance is a doer, means knower. Therefore, during the experiencing phase, doer-did are indivisible and in one substance only. Soul by itself is knower and also knows itself. That is a crux of that slide that we talked about. Now, this soul substance is experienced as pure and has no dependency on any other alien objects. Having said that, now Acharya Bhagavan says, remember, he said doer-did occurs in the same substance, but even in the same substance also, it occurs in the mode only. How? Because a knowledge mode is ultimate knowing element. The knowing action occurs in the knowledge mode. So knowledge mode is the ultimate knowing element, means owner of the act, means doer. Deed, they're talking mode right now. Mode is the ultimate knowing element. The same mode is also doing the function of knowing, means deed, means karma. That means the doer, deed are present in the same mode. Here the principle of doer-deed relationship occurring in the same substance and also in the same mode gets maintained. Influence of attachment is way outside, so that cannot be the doer-deed. That cannot be part of the deed. So those are the things that we learned from before, and we are just reviewing that one right now. And I think we know. So therefore, during experiencing phase, the all-knower soul substance comes to be known. What am I experiencing right now? My eternal soul substance. So soul itself is knower, and it's also getting known. Therefore, experiencing phase, object of knowledge, that is Gnay, and all knower, Gnayak, both are indivisible. And this is the crux of the second paragraph of 6th stanza. This thing probably we can go, and that's it. So here we finish this 6th stanza. I think it took almost 5 months for us, but because it's very important, study these slides a little bit carefully at home. You will be able to understand. As we said again and again, I'm telling that if principles are clear at this point, the rest of the things are going to move very, very smoothly, because now we exactly know what is the mechanics, what's the physiological action occurring in the soul substance. We know the anatomy, now we also understood the physiology, how the knowing action occurs. What's the role of the objects, what's a self object and alien objects and all the things. So it's a long way to come, but I'm glad that we all hung around together, and now we'll have an easy ride going. Well, Samaysar is Samaysar, you know, so every stanza has its own flavor, you know. Okay, any questions?
Kirit, can you post this video, please?
I'm sorry? Yeah,
Post it.
I'll send it out tonight, okay? Bye. Okay, thanks.
So we will come to know. So we will come to know in the reality.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. How I really know myself.
Each time I see an object, that means I am publicizing my eternal soul substance. ત્રિકાળી આત્મદ્રવ્યની પ્રસિદ્ધિ થઈ. ખાવાનું મોડું મૂક્યું, ત્રિકાળી આત્મદ્રવ્યની પ્રસિદ્ધિ થઈ. મેં કામ લાવવાનું ચાલુ કર્યું, ત્રિકાળી આત્મદ્રવ્યની પ્રસિદ્ધિ થઈ. That kind of thing, when I create that attitude, it will be easier for me to bring my attention to eternal soul substance, you know. Right?
Yeah, but I wanted to know more.
Yeah, it's okay. And because it's interesting, so we will like to, as I said, I would like to know more. And that means we will know it. As long as you have that
Thank you.
enthusiasm, you'll be able to go ahead with no problem. You know? Okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay. So let's see. We will just do the last part. जावाणी के ज्ञान से सूझे लोकालो, सोवाणी मस्तक नमो सदा देत हूँ. 9 times नमो का मंत्र. Jai Jinadra. Thank you.
Jai Jinadra, thank you.
मैं शायद विक्रम भूल चुका तो माफ करिए. Thank you. Okay.
Jai Jendra Kirit.
Jai Jinadra.